إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد.
How can we understand it? What's this thing they call wala and bara? Especially us young, growing up in the school. What is this thing wala and bara? What is it? Well, how is it a main part of la ilaha illallah? This topic really doesn't need a single verse or a single hadith to prove it. Not a single verse or hadith. The proof for this topic is la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Wala and bara does not need a single letter of proof more than the word la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. The Quraishians who fought the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam understood wala and bara from the mere word of la ilaha illallah. They didn't need nothing else. They knew it from la ilaha illallah. This matter was so clear to everyone. In earlier generations, they didn't need to write about it and explain it and elucidate and argue back and forth. It was clear. Wala and bara was clear. It was not an issue needing an explanation or talk until those philosophers who gave their undeveloped minds precedent over the text of the Quran and the Hadith coming out, giving their input. That's when the explanation and the elucidations and what the ulama meant. They are the ancestors of those who gabble today in what they don't know, thinking they know it all. I don't know nothing about football. I even several times, wallahi, put an effort to learn football. I couldn't. I don't know the details of it. That's even though I grew up here. Subhanallah, Allah blocked my mind from it for some reason. Even though I tried, because my nephew, may Allah protect him, and safeguard him, he's a professional player. And I never could learn this game. I do not know what they're doing when they're playing. There is one thing I do know for sure about that sport. When you join a football team and you cheer for the opposite team, what happens? In Mexico, people get hurt for matters like that in soccer. Why? It's embedded, it's natural, it's fitrah. You don't need to be told this. You're part of the team, you're a team player. You owe a duty of loyalty and alliance to your team. It's common sense when you join a team that you're part of that team. You don't cheer for the opposite team. You don't ever cheer for the opposite team. You don't even wish in your heart that they win. You're deceiving your team, even if it's in your heart. You can't take the coach or captain of the opposite team and hail him with praises and love and loyalty. You just can't do that. Or tell the coach of the opposite team a weakness that you see in your own team. Whether you're joking, whether you're serious, whether you didn't mean it, you don't do that. You don't do that. Let me take it further. When your own team makes mistakes, and that happens a lot in sports, they get angry, missed passes, lost plays. The teammates scream at each other. They yell at each other. Sometimes it gets out of hand where they push and shove. Sometimes it gets fully out of hand where the teammates of one team fight. That happens. That happens. My question is, do you go to the rival team or the rival team's coach or captain and say, my team members didn't pass the ball at the proper time, and complain to them? Do you go to the opposite team's coach or the captain or the players and tell them, come here, help me fight my own teammates, and massacre them and commit genocide with them? The core structure of gangs, street bums and gangs, bums in the streets and gangs and criminals, the core structure of gangs is wala and bara to that gang. In religious institute, all religions, the core matter of it is wala and bara. Nations, the core matter of the structure of that nation is wala and bara to that nation. If you look at nations and countries, the worst crime in a nation, in a country, is treason against that country and against the government. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to the security of that nation to have people commit treason. Treason is wala and bara to that country. Now, pay attention. If wala and bara is essential to a mere soccer league, a little soccer league, or a football team, if it's fundamental to the progress, continuation, and success of any nation, why is it so difficult for Muslims today to have wala and bara to la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah? That's wala and bara. It's fitrah. It's common sense. It's common sense. Merely la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah says wala and bara. You don't need none of the proofs that I mentioned to you. You don't need a single verse on that. But Allah revealed them all in the hadith to emphasize the importance of this matter. Today the deluded munafiqeen want you to join the team of la ilaha illallah, but they want you to cheer, to support, to clap, to aid, to abet everyone and everything but the team of la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah that you joined.
جزاكم الله خيرا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.